Warm welcome. This is Markus Termin, Astrologisches Stundenbuch at the 10th of June 2024. The Sun is in the sign of Gemini with a whole lot of planets in the sign of Gemini, so it's Gemini festival time, definitely. Go for it, Geminis, because you're the ones who bring actually new information. The Gemini system is like Geminis usually doubt everything, and the most thing Gemini persons doubt is their own abilities, their own capacities, their own being in life. And if a Gemini person is able to overcome this, to get self-confidence in a way that Gemini persons do have aims, then nobody really can stop them. And there's only one possibility to get over the troubling of uncomfortable doubt. Only one way to go, which is the spiritual way. And this is the only possibility to get a higher aim, to find out really what to do. So this is one of my advices to Gemini persons right now. Gemini is still being in a fantastic angle to Pluto down here in Aquarius, so it's all about freedom under the flag of Gemini, but the aspect, for instance, in between Jupiter and Pluto is not exact anymore. Jupiter is on the march pretty fast through the Gemini sign. You can see that here he's in between 3 and 4 degrees already, though he just entered a few days ago. That's going very quick, interesting enough. And today the moon is in the sign of Leo. We have a Leo moon here. The Leo moon fits well to the sign of Gemini. The Leo moon is a lively moon, a moon of individual happiness and full-scale life, you can say it like that. The problem that we are facing is, first of all, the Gemini planets are in a square position to Saturn. You see that. So there are dissolving structures that have a problem with new ideas. You know, this is actually happening. If you have observed or followed the European elections that happened yesterday, first of all, the European Parliament is not a regular parliament. They have no power of establishing laws, for instance. A lot of people don't know that. The European Parliament is a parliament that has really no real effective power. But there is an effect, which is to show how people feel actually. And the biggest and the strongest outcome, so far as we can realize it, is that France voted against the war. And this is very, very important. And now I come to one of those aspects that are to be feared, which is actually, in preparation. It's not exact yet, but it will be exact tomorrow. This is the square position of Mars, who recently, exactly yesterday, shifted over to the sign of Taurus. So Mars left his stronghold and goes over to Taurus, where he is a peregrine, we say. He's a stranger in Taurus, because Taurus is ruled by Venus and Mars is not that strong in the sign of Taurus. In a modern astrology talking, the Taurus sign, Mars in Taurus, is trying to open up new rooms in the place of reality, what you can hold on, what is worth something, what is nice and good, tasty to eat, or even fabrics to wear, things like that. But the problem is we have a square position to Pluto, so this is one of the dangerous aspects. Mars makes 2 square positions to Pluto within 2 years, so this is not an aspect that occurs seldom, but it doesn't occur that often as Venus or Mercury aspects. And there's of course the Pluto opposition too. So the European election come exactly at the right point to show the world Europe does not want any war, and we don't need to have it. There's no necessity for that. Negotiations are possible from both sides, you know. This is the message out there for the world, nothing else. And the square position in between Mars and Pluto, what makes it dangerous? Mars being weak in Taurus is no relief actually, because a weak Mars is more dangerous than a strong Mars. When Mars is weak, you know, like wounded animals, anything like that, you know, they start to do things that are crazy anyhow. You know, this is exactly Mars. When he's weak, he's not in a position, he's going sideways, things like that. So take care today, tomorrow. This is a Mars square. To find out where does this Mars square pop out in your personal chart is it's not completely different, but it's a different thing. So this, showing you this, is not your personal chart. This is the so-called mundane chart, the world chart for this moment, minus that I have another rising sign because I'm talking from Nuremberg, Middle Europe, you know. So this is the situation. But if you see this square position, anybody has to take care who has this square position in his chart concerning, for instance, the house of personal movement, any area that might hit you personally hard. So that's a reason to take care. The overall side is most optimistic moon in Leo, you know, but when optimism pops out, it's also dangerous rising too, because of course the other side wouldn't give in. It's too expensive, you know, it's too big to fail. There are too many companies being built on all those paper, zero counting money stuff, laundering, putting out there to get the big things out there, which are, as we know by now, all on the foundation of lies. And you know, this is YouTube. Be careful about words. You might know what I'm talking about. Of course, we still have the opposition in between Lilith and Neptune. Neptune is at the borderline to cross over to Aries. He doesn't do so though, because he will have another journey backwards in the sign of Pisces. But he's kind of ringing at the door of Aries already, saying, bum, bum, bum. This is the new start of spirituality, filled up with all the wisdom that he got from the Piscean side. So we're living in interesting times, in strange times. Would be probably better to live in easygoing and calm times. I would prefer that, because there are so many things to do, to repair out in the world, to renew the environment, you know, to get over the, you know, all the bullshit that is out there by scientific misled brains that really think they are on the right side but have no philosophical clue of what they are really doing. That is my opinion. Anyhow, if you want to get in contact with me, this is easy to do. Use this mail address up here, mind the DE at the end, because I'm talking from Germany to you, and down here at my blog site you'll even find the condition and a PayPal button and things like that. If you want to get in contact, I'll be happy about that. The procedure is I'll send you a Zoom link back, and we have a talking. It doesn't cost that much, and I'll explain your personal chart and the perspectives that are waiting there for you out there, and it's a fun thing. Thank you for listening. Markus Termin, Astrologisches Stundenbuch at the 10th of June 2024.